Welcome to the Compassionate Newsroom, your gateway to transforming the heart and soul of journalism. I'm your host, Dr. Kortni Alston Lemon. I'm a former news director and television reporter turned happiness scholar. Now I train news leaders and journalists worldwide, teaching them how to cultivate workplace well-being and resilience with positive psychology. Each week, join me as I share evidence-based strategies and talk with some of the most inspiring people in the industry, including news leaders, journalists, trainers, and mental health experts. Together, we'll share actionable approaches to help you. Imagine a newsroom that not only cares about the story, but profoundly values the people behind them. A place where compassion is the competitive advantage. Don't just listen, become part of this transformative journey. Subscribe to and share the Compassionate Newsroom. Let's champion a more supportive, healthier, and happier newsroom culture, one episode at a time. Happy Wellbeing Wednesday. I'm Dr. Kortni. I'm so happy that you're here. Well, today we're going to dive into, I like to call a fascinating aspect of mindfulness that kind of goes beyond the individual, and that's relational mindfulness. Now, this concept can revolutionize not only how we work, but also how we interact within our newsrooms. Relational mindfulness focuses on our interactions with others, grounding us in the present moment and enhancing our engagement with those around us. According to Natalie Gruber and Dana Hickerson, in their article, How to Teach Mindfulness in a More Social Way, that's actually published in Greater Good magazine. I will share that article in the show notes. This practice extends from traditional mindfulness to our social interactions. It's about being fully present with others, which is incredibly valuable in the fast-paced world of journalism. So why should we, as news leaders and journalists, care about relational mindfulness? Well, it offers a range of benefits. It can make mindfulness more engaging, especially for those who find solitary practices like meditation challenging. And trust me, I used to, years ago, find it very challenging to kind of quiet my mind. So this option is really a great opportunity where you are, opposed to, okay, I'm not really quieting down my thoughts, but I have this wonderful opportunity to connect with the people around me. So by focusing our attention on someone else, we develop a heightened awareness of their emotional state and perspectives, which in turn builds more empathy. And is really the superpower we have as news leaders and journalists. And moreover, when it comes down to relational mindfulness, it can alleviate feelings of isolation by fostering a sense of connection and belonging. The practice encourages listening and speaking with greater attention, which not only benefits our personal interactions, but enhances how we conduct interviews and engage with our sources. Now, it was interesting. I remember when I was being trained by the National Association of Broadcasters, when I was a news director, one of the things I really valued from those trainings was giving undivided attention. It made me so mindful to make sure when a member from my team came into my office to give undivided attention. Being present really matters. You might be wondering, well, how can I implement these relational mindfulness in our newsrooms? Well, I'm going to give you a couple of suggestions. It starts with some simple practices. Here's an example. Begin meetings with a group check-in, where each member takes a minute or two to share how they're feeling or what's on their mind. Now, this practice can really ground the team and bring everyone into the present, ready to collaborate more effectively. Another practice is the no comment rule. Now, it's not the same no comment, right, when we're collecting interviews, but the no comment rule during some discussions is when one person speaks and the other simply listens without responding immediately. It actually reminds me of episode 16, Listen to Lead, where I talked about constructivist listening. And I will also add that into the show notes as well. This can be particularly powerful in debriefing sessions after covering difficult stories and allowing team members to process and share their experiences. Introducing a new practice isn't without its challenges. Some may view it as just another task, another thing just to add to the to-do list, and some might be even skeptical when it comes down to the benefits. The key to overcoming these obstacles is to start small and clearly communicate the value, not just for the individual well-being, but also as it relates to the collective and their own work quality. So keep this in mind. As leaders, of course, support is crucial. But something else to keep in mind, too. Remember to participate and advocate for these practices. It sends a powerful message that your organization, your newsroom, values well-being of its staff. Relational mindfulness isn't just a tool for personal development. It's a strategy for strengthening our newsrooms and enriching our work as journalists. So by fostering deeper connections and empathy, we can enhance reporting and continue to create more supportive work environments. Thank you so much for joining me on this exploration when it comes down to relational mindfulness. I encourage you to bring this discussion into your newsroom and see what changes it brings. Always know I'm here cheering you on in your journey every step of the way of making your newsroom even more compassionate. See you next week. Thanks for tuning in to the Compassionate Newsroom podcast. Together we can transform workplace well-being in news. If you found value in today's episode, please share it with a colleague to help foster a supportive environment in the industry. And don't forget to subscribe and also visit our website for more resources at thecompassionate.newsroom.com.